First off, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, double honors to Great Millstone, and the elders and apostles, and salutation to all the sincere brothers out there pushing the truth, and those sincere sisters who are listening and learning. This lesson is entitled, They Don't Participate in Hard Labor. And as I was watching a news clip concerning labor that is working in the fields, whether it's, oranges, watermelon, apples, cotton, whatever it is, they don't participate in hard labor. And they is referring to these Edomites. And I thought about it because from the beginning of America in itself being founded, truly these Edomites never participated in hard labor. And one may say, well, of course they did. They had to, get settled in and do such X, Y, Z. Hell no. Because when you truly think about it, America was opportunity. America was somewhere where you could go and kill a Native American, a so-called Native American, a Israelite, a so-called Mexican, a Israelite, and you could take their land, and you could build on that land and make it your own. That is not hard labor. To these Edomites, that was just opportunity. I don't give a damn if they built a logging cabin, if they built them a cornfield. That is not hard labor, okay? Because that's actually enjoying the fruits of your labor. You don't have nobody over your back with a whip. You don't have anybody over your back, forcing you to work through from morning, from sunrise to sundown, okay? Hence, these Edomites, so-called white men, truly don't know what hard labor is, because hard labor is not just a job. Hard labor is it's a condition, okay? It's just not about a job. Many jobs are laborious, but it's a difference between something being laborious, okay, and something that's really, really hard work. And these Edomites don't know what that is, okay? And America was truly built by these damn Edomites using us, so-called Negro Americans, Latin Americans, Native Americans, so-called Mexicans, and such on. It was built by us. We were the hard laborers. We were under intense scrutiny. We weren't paid, according to, what we were supposed to be paid if we were even free, okay? We built America. We built it with yokes of iron around our neck. They told us what to do. We had to do it. Okay, it's that simple. And some may say, well, they were Edomites working too in the fields or picking oranges or picking cotton and yada yada yada. Well, guess what? There are many hard jobs. Okay, but hard labor also includes the condition of the job, and the condition is this: as a Israelite, if you were paid after all the years of slavery and the so-called got free, if you were paid, you were paid the least. You didn't get the same pay a Edomite would get, okay? That Edomite had first dibs on promotions. That Edomite got days off. Hey, I'm sick. Hey, I gotta go take my daughter to XYZ. The Edomite got that time off. You see, that job wasn't hard labor to him. He had workers' rights. But the so-called Israelites, if them niggas one day on time, if them niggas wasn't working at 110%, them damn Edomites would come up. Hey, you better get your nigger ass little boy to work, or you're off this field. That's intensive labor, man. When you gotta shed out all your blood, sweat, and tears, to make a few dollars. Okay, and I'm going to show a clip, going over how, the Israelites, so-called Issachar, tribe of Issachar, how they do hard labor, man. like these Edomites use, it's funny, man, but they use us for the so-called Negroes, for house cleaning, labor jobs, fast food jobs, stocking jobs, distribution, truck loading jobs. All these things, are labor, hard labor. We have our taskmasters still to this day, which are these Edomites, okay? And I'm just gonna go over some scripture just to show how according to scripture we were supposed to be in this condition. However, these these Edomites also don't know what it means to actually be in hard labor. Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 29. It says, "And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee." And that's the condition of, and was, and still is, of the so-called Negro Americans, so-called Mexicans, so-called, Native Americans and such on, who are the Israelites. That's still the condition today. Most of us, most of Israel don't, number one, don't know who their power is, who is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And secondly, they're oppressed. They're working in those hard labor intensive jobs that these Edomites ain't gonna do. You see, the funny thing is that there's no new thing under the sun. The same damn Edomites are running these farms and plantations, your cotton fields, your apple fields, your orange fields, your vegetable fields, and all these things. They're still in charge, and it's still us Israelites who working those jobs, man. We still under that hard, intense labor, man, which is according to scripture. It's prophecy. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. It says, "Because thou servest not Yahweh," speaking about Israel not serving Yahweh, serving Yahweh thy power, not Yahweh. It says, "Because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." And that's exactly what these Edomites did when they came to the Americas and they brought us over here on slave ships, man. They literally destroyed us mentally and physically. And that one of the key things they did, to keep a yoke around us is keep us in labor, man. Hardcore bondage, man. From sun up to sundown, man. Just work. That's all. That's how he kept us in bondage. He didn't, just like he tries to do today with the 9 to 5s. It's the same concept to keep you in bondage, man. You get off work, you don't feel like doing nothing else, And that was the curses, the punishment for us Israelites for not obeying Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. However, these Edomites aren't going to get the last laugh. They are not going to get the last laugh, man. Though it looks like they're prospering, they don't have to settle for these, hard bondage, laborious, intensive jobs, because they get first preference for all other jobs, This is Job chapter 21, verse 7. It says, "Therefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of Yahweh upon them." Just like Israel we have to work on these fields, and we get the the bottom jobs and such on. They get the high jobs. They get first preference. They get generational jobs. When have you ever heard of a train station that's predominantly run and conducted by Israelites? You don't. That's the Edomite generational wealth job. All these city jobs. Which got probably not the best pay, but you get your pension, your 401ks. Those are preferential jobs for these Edomites, man. These Edomites don't want to be working hard, labor intensive jobs. They might be, working at parks and recreations. You never seen a whole entire park and recreation from the city run by Israelites? No. You'll see Israelite cutting grass and such on, But ultimately, that's just Esau reaching his quota, you know. But the management and it's these Edomites don't want hard work, man. But let's continue reading. It says, their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of Yahweh upon them. Their bull gardeneth and faileth not, and their cow calves and casteth not her calf. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. And that's what these Edomites did since the moment they came over here to America, man. I don't care, I don't care what anybody say. These Edomites live lavishly, man. Even if they had a hard job, they got paid right compared to Israelites. We got the lowest paid, the worst condition, the worst shift. That's what hard labor is, man. It's a lot that goes into it. And at the end of the day, these Edomites, even though they don't like to participate in it, I'm gonna read this last verse and play this clip, man. But they're gonna get theirs. They're gonna learn what it means to participate in hard labor. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. It says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." And at the end of the day, after all this bondage that we went through and we're still going through, man, Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to take that wrath off of us. He's going to return unto us with mercy, okay? And at that same time, he's going to bring his wrath and indignation and judgment against these damn Edomites, okay? And the first thing they're going to be doing is going to hardcore bondage, intensive labor. They're going to get a double cup of it, man. And I'm trying to stress, these Edomites don't know what it means to be in hard labor. I don't give a damn, okay? Remember, they came over here, yeah, they might have built some cities and towns or whatever, but that's called prosperity. That's called the fruits of their labor. They didn't have no taskmaster over them. If I could go, move to a land, and just start building me a house, building me a farm, and not have to answer that to anybody, that's not labor, man. That's opportunity. That's entrepreneurship, man. So these Edomites don't know what hard labor is, and Yahweh Shemel Shah willing, they're going to find out, Even an example, you might have Edomites working at Papa John's, Taco Bell, and whatever, okay? But at the end of the day, they get first preferential for promotions. They get first preferential from just being white, okay? And just bottom line, okay? If somebody got to go, why not the so-called black guy? You see what I'm saying? And that's the world we live in, man. So they gonna learn what it means to not have any favor in a job, and where they're gonna have to work their asses off every day. Here's the clip, man, just to show that us Israelites, so-called Issachar, so-called Mexicans, and even all other Israelites, man, we working out here, man, because that's according to the curses, Yahweh Shemel Shah willing, he chastising us, and that we're not living lavishly,
We checked in with Dewar Nurseries, where the workers are employed through that H2A program. West 2's Megan Mulatto is joining us live now from near that property in Apopka with more on how this program works. Megan, what have you found out?
Yes, we spoke to the owner and to the manager of Dewar Nurseries, who say they use that H2A program to temporarily fill positions that that company and other companies would otherwise not be able to fill. Dewar Nurseries is a nursery with locations across Central Florida. In Apopka, it spans dozens of acres. The team at Dewar didn't want to be on camera, but did send us this statement saying this is a long-standing 100% legitimate program that allows our companies to hire the workers we need to deliver the best quality products to our customers. Any suggestion to the contrary is mistaken.
These people are truly essential, and they are coming here for a better work opportunity. They come here motivated, ready to work.
Amy Van Scowick, co-owner of Frog Song Organics, a farm in Alachua County, says they also use the H-2A program for staffing. She tells us it's a legal way for farmers and others in the agriculture industry to fill jobs that aren't being filled by Americans.
The only way that you can hire H-2A workers is if you have actually advertised for and documented that you cannot hire local workers to fill the jobs.
The H-2A program does come with a list of requirements. Employers must provide the visas, the transportation, and the housing for their workers, which is why some...
This just goes to show you that these Edomites don't want no hard work, okay? You know, I know, you know, in certain places you got the homeless Edomites and you know, you got opioid epidemic for these Edomites, man, but you know, I guarantee you, dog, if they was like, oh, I want a job, you know, they would get a job at these farms, and they would off rip be getting paid more than these damn immigrants, man. You know, but guess what? These Edomites, you know, they would rather be homeless than working at hardcore labor, dog. You know.
Are in hotels. They also must pay them a state-specific minimum wage. Van Scowick says here in Florida, that's a little more than $12 an hour. She says American workers aren't willing to pick, harvest, pack, wash, and handle all the other tasks that come with the gig for that kind of salary, which is why H-2A visas are authorized.
It's an extremely expensive and cumbersome program, but it's one of the only ways that we have been able to find a reliable team. Everybody that's eating fresh produce in the grocery store, you know, hopefully appreciates that amount of effort.
Now, companies can hire labor contractors to handle all of those requirements that come with the H-2A program, but we're told that comes with a risk of not knowing exactly how your workers are treated or even paid. Live in Apopka, Megan Mulatto, WESH 2 News.
Hey, how about Shemel Shot Willing? You know, all those Issachars, man, they gonna get rest in the kingdom, man. You know, and they gonna get some good rest, and hey, they gonna have Esau, Edom, and they fields too. Okay, so with that being said, Shalom.